Thanks to the EA Creator Network for providing me free codes for The Sims 4. My opinions are my own. All right, let's check out the new update. Whoa! I don't think I can accurately portray how much of a jump scare it was to see this fill up my entire screen and just immediately take over the main menu. Because, yeah, I'm used to seeing those smaller pop-ups, which I actually did get another one after this, informing me that my game is being automatically switched over to DirectX 11, but, yeah. That was a thing to see for sure. But yeah, they did release a new free update today, and actually I have some pretty good things to say about it. But I guess since I brought up the Reaper event with that jump scare, let's just talk about how this new event is going to work. That's going to be starting later this month. This one is not as simple as the login event. You actually do missions this time around. So how does it work? Open live mode with an existing or new household. After a short wait, the Grim Reaper will call upon you. This event runs for 8 weeks in total with 2 quests each week, and basically you're helping Grim research ambrosia, and by the end then you'll learn how to cook it. The more quests you complete, the more event points and rewards you'll earn. So first you have to make sure that you're online and log into your EA account. Enter live mode and you'll see the first pair of quests, which start with a pop-up. In live mode, you can access the event screen by clicking on the event icon, earn event points by completing quests and goals. As you earn event points, you'll be able to claim new rewards. Claim your rewards through the event screen in the main menu or live mode by selecting claim, but you must be in live mode to claim consumable rewards. Claim rewards will be available in build mode, create a sim, or your sim's inventory. You can filter to view event rewards with the event rewards filter under the special category in create a sim and build mode. They added this a while back. For more help with claiming rewards, check out the EA help article. Each week, 2 new quests will be available, so complete the quest to earn more event points and unlock new rewards. While the event runs for a total of 8 weeks, there's only 6 weeks worth of quests, so there is a little bit of extra time at the end to do everything. It also says, rest assured your claimed rewards are stored on your EA account, so you do not need to worry about losing them. So then it sounds like with today's update, they have changed how these event rewards work, because with the login rewards event, that was all stored in a local file in your documents folder under Electronic Arts The Sims 4 called usersetting.ini. So if you reinstalled your game, or if you move things over to a new computer like I did recently, if you don't back up that file, you're losing access to all those objects unless you download a mod that unlocks them or something. So that was really bad. I don't know why they did it that way, but it sounds like they heard us on that and have improved it, so it just makes way more sense. As long as you're logged into your account, then you'll have those rewards no matter what computer you play them on. Oh, okay, actually now I see there is a new file, at least I think it's new, in the same folder called events.ini, so that makes sense that the Reaper Rewards event would be using this, and then it would connect to the server so that the game would know whether you've completed the quests and rewards or not. But now let's talk about what these rewards are. So during week 1, you can summon the Grim Reaper with the Grimophone to listen to your favorite tunes. You can earn your new earrings of imminent demise and thrilling sims with scares using the new Scare Seeker Lot Challenge. And this is supposed to make sims excited instead of scared. So I guess that could pair pretty well with the haunted houses and paranormal stuff. So yeah, sims could become excited more easily instead of scared each and every time. Then week 2, we have Get Comfy in the new Trad Goth jeans, while simultaneously brushing up on multiple skills with the Green Lady's Lost Tome, which allows you to gain skills in gardening, cooking, and fishing all at once. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Week 3, make sure your sims wear the proper footwear with the Trad Goth buckled boots, while taking a ride around the neighborhood on Grimm's Cruiser bicycle. Yeah, a bicycle for the base game. Finally! Week 4. Like the life and death tattoo, the portrait of Lady Mimsy Alcron Shallot in the garden is a true piece of haunting art. Just don't look too long or things could get a little toasty. Week 5. Get dressed up with the trad goth button up while flexing your mixology skills by crafting the new Spectral Spritzer drink. This drink will turn your sim into a temporary ghost. Oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Week 6. If your sim has bags under the new Prowling Peeper's eyes, catch up on some Eternal Z's with Casket of Quiet Response. So that's a coffin. I guess it'll work probably exactly the same as the one in Vampires. So I guess then it could also be a woohoo spot. And interesting, they're locking a new eye design behind an event. As for those limited time bony collectibles along the bottom, seems you just earn each one of those as you progress through the quest. I'll leave a link to this info page in the video description below. There is an FAQ towards the bottom, and actually they do confirm what I was speculating, that if you do need to reinstall The Sims 4 again, then you just log back in and you'll get your rewards back. And this event does start on September 24th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and ends on October 12th. Alright, now for the actual update, they did add a whole bunch of swatches, 650. There are a few new items as well, like a whole bunch of arches, as well as a couple of taller height variants for existing base game sliding doors. But 650 swatches for base game objects, that's a lot for sure. It's not the most exciting thing in my opinion, but it is good to have these customization options, especially considering we don't have a color wheel for these sorts of things, and just to add a bit more variation to these objects that we've had for a decade. I think this trailer already does a great job at showing all the new swatches you get, and at the end of the patch notes, they have a whole list of every object that gets new swatches with this update. But I'll show you the new terrain paints, and there's 10 different kinds, and I think there's nearly 24 in total when you count each and every variation. I think they look pretty good, so that's really awesome for builders. The list of bug fixes is nearly identical to what I already went over in the laundry list, but I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the video description below. But one thing I was actually disappointed that was not in the laundry list still made it into the patch, which is the fact that there was some objects in the Lovestruck expansion that were extra hard to find because they were not tagged properly, but now they have fixed that, so I'm just showing all the objects on screen now. Especially nice that the canopies for the beds are now much easier to find because, in my opinion, those are one of the most interesting elements of the build buy of that pack. I'm happy to confirm that they actually did fix the outdoor shadows on max settings. So now they realistically move across the ground gradually instead of just jump cutting every few seconds. I know this is silly, but this is easily one of the most exciting parts of this update to me, because now it's just like, oh, I have this new gaming computer that The Sims 4 runs a lot better on, and now the shadows are fixed, so it's kind of funny timing there, but that's cool. Then I can feel even more immersed in my game. But here's what I think is the best part, the performance improvements. Reducing memory usage, frequent memory updates, increase the frequency of memory usage data updates to prevent out-of-memory crashes, improving simulation performance, streamlining data storage. We restructured how we store game data to reduce the overhead of using Python objects, making the game run faster and use less memory. Efficient buff generation, reworked how temporary data is generated and stored to fix previous issues and optimize memory usage. Reducing load times, optimizing render target allocation, stopped unnecessary allocation of large color targets during certain rendering processes, now saving valuable memory, especially in high resolution settings. I have noticed now my loading screens are about 3 to 5 seconds shorter than they were before this update. And what I call my light save file, where it's pretty much just the fresh save how you start out every time, but with a couple of my builds that I've made in the past, that takes 5 to 6 seconds. And then my main save file with all the Let's Plays that I've done and many sims that I've made over the past 10 years, because this is literally the same save I've had since day one. That only takes 10 to 12 seconds. It used to take, I think, 15, if I remember correctly, when I first got my new computer. And this is on the DirectX 11 mode. And speaking of, there's actually some updates to this. It's starting to roll out as the default to certain players. So they say, we're pleased to announce improvements to the DirectX 11 executable for PC users. While these updates are focused on Windows PCs, Xbox simmers will also see benefits from these changes as the Xbox runs a console-based variant of DirectX 11. Here's what to expect. NVIDIA and AMD. With these graphics cards, players using them will now automatically default to DirectX 11. Players on other GPUs like Intel will continue to enjoy Sims 4 on DirectX 9 until a later update. And then enhancements for DirectX 11, faster graphics processing, implemented changes to how graphics data is updated, reducing delays between the CPU and GPU for smoother gameplay. Performance boost with constant buffers, C buffers. This enhances performance by reducing overhead and managing memory more efficiently. Users with mid to high-end GPUs should notice improved performance. New DirectX 9 option in graphics setting. By default, simmers on NVIDIA and AMD GPUs will launch The Sims 4 with DirectX 11, but if you prefer, you can switch to DirectX 9 via Game Options, Graphics, and enable the DirectX 9 toggle before relaunching The Sims 4 to play using DirectX 9. And then for Intel, ongoing Intel development, we are continuing development on bringing DirectX 11 to Intel GPU-based PCs, but it needs a little longer before we can bring it to simmers as the default option. For now, Intel-based simmers will continue to use DirectX 9. And then there is still the DirectX 11 opt-in option if you want to try it out. One major thing that put me off from using DirectX 11 at first was that photos taken by Sims in-game, if you put filters on those, then those photos would turn completely black. You couldn't see anything at all. And the only way to fix it was to go back to DirectX 9. But now it looks like they actually fixed that with this update. So I guess then I'm actually going to stay on DirectX 11 from here on out. Overall, I think this game update is pretty good. Some long overdue game performance improvements and bug fixes. I feel like now we're progressing more towards what the game should be in terms of stability. I do not like that we're getting another one of these limited time events with that Reaper one. This feels like something that should be kept to freemium mobile games, not on the PC side. This is not Fortnite. I do not need Battle Pass-like events in The Sims 4. If you play only one game, then it might not seem that bad, but if you play several games and they all have these limited time events going on, it can feel overwhelming quite quickly and then feel like a chore at times and be like, oh, I should play this game right now instead of what I feel like playing so that I don't miss out on limited time content. At least Sims Delivery Express drops are not going anywhere. That's what these events should just be instead. And I'm glad that we're getting 650 swatches. Like, even if it's not a really exciting thing to me personally, it is nice to have more options. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this update in the comment section below. So I will be getting review copies of the 2 new kits this week, Storybook Nursery and Artist Studio. I'm not sure exactly when my review will be up, but hopefully at least by the end of this weekend. And with that, be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.